She broke bones in the ring, broke records on TV, and now she's breaking the internet with her luxury lifestyle. Nikki Bella isn't just a former WWE champion in 2025, she's a certified brand empire. From million-dollar endorsement deals to real estate in the hills, designer closets, and a garage that could rival Jay Leno's, Nikki is living proof that the diva era may be over. But its queen is just getting started. How did she build this level of wealth? What does her life look like beyond the spotlight? Let's step inside the high-end, high-powered world of Nikki Bella. Her journey from rookie wrestler to reality TV royalty and business mogul is no accident. As of now, Nikki Bella isn't just a household name, she's a multi-million-dollar powerhouse with a net worth approaching $10 million. It all started in the squared circle. Nikki's WWE career, which spanned from 2007 to 2023, laid the foundation for her empire. At the peak of her in-ring run, she reportedly earned around $1 million annually, an impressive leap from her early salary of just $90,000. But even in retirement, the income hasn't stopped. Nikki remains under a WWE Legends contract, which secures steady pay for her occasional returns, like her surprise appearance at the 2025 Royal Rumble. Add in years of Bella Twins merchandise sales, and it's clear wrestling wasn't just a job, it was her launchpad. But it was reality TV that catapulted her into mainstream stardom. Through E! Network's Total Divas and Total Bellas, fans got a front row seat to Nikki's personal life, relationships, surgeries, comebacks, and everything in between. From 2022 onward, Nikki also began hosting Barmageddon, a game show that blends live music with bar games and even served as a judge on America's Got Talent Extreme, ventures that expanded her audience and income outside the wrestling bubble. Her business portfolio is equally impressive. Nikki and her twin sister Brie co-founded Birdie Bee, a fashion-forward athleisure and lingerie brand that combines empowerment and comfort. And yes, it sells. Then came Bella Radici and Bonita Bonita Wine, two wine labels that reflect their sophisticated yet accessible lifestyle. Partnering with Hill Family Estates and Gage Branding, the Bella sisters turned their passion for wine into a profitable venture. In 2019, Nikki and Brie launched Nicole Pisbrizzi, a line of beauty and body care products designed for busy women who want results without the fuss. From body butters to face mists, the line has helped position Nikki as not just a beauty icon, but a trusted voice in wellness. Their investment in Colugo, a sleek and practical baby gear brand, further diversified her income streams, especially as she embraced motherhood herself. And in the digital space, Nikki's presence is just as strong. The Bella Twins YouTube channel pulls in revenue through ads and sponsorships, covering everything from fitness routines to fashion hauls. Meanwhile, the Nikki and Brie Show podcast, formerly the Bella's Podcast, continues to chart with new weekly episodes, giving fans intimate access to their lives, opinions, and behind-the-scenes drama, all while generating consistent ad revenue. Endorsements have also played a key role in boosting her fortune. Nikki's aligned with brands like Caviar Gauche, Meadowood Napa Valley, and Suddenly Slimmer Med Spa. These aren't just random placements, they're partnerships that match her aesthetic and market appeal, cementing her as a trusted figure in lifestyle marketing. Media appearances round out her resume. From a role in Confessions of a Womanizer to voicing a character in The Flintstones and WWE Stone Age SmackDown, Nikki has dabbled in film. She's graced reality shows like Ridiculousness and was even a celebrity judge at the Miss USA pageant. Her 2020 memoir, Incomparable, co-authored with Brie, became a New York Times bestseller, a testament to the personal connection she's built with her fans. And who could forget Dancing with the Stars? Her run on season 25 not only earned her an appearance fee, but also introduced her to an entirely new audience, paving the way for more cross-industry opportunities. Born Stephanie Nicole Garcia Calais on November 21, 1983, in San Diego, California, Nikki came into the world just 16 minutes before her twin sister Brie. The girls were raised on a modest farm in the suburbs outside Scottsdale, Arizona, where hard work wasn't a suggestion, it was a daily reality. Their childhood was filled with wide-open skies, early mornings, and the kind of grit that doesn't wash off with fame. Both sisters quickly gravitated toward athletics, especially soccer. Nikki, in particular, had dreams of playing professionally and was considered a serious talent. until a devastating leg injury brought that dream to a halt. That setback could have ended her ambition, but instead, it redirected it. After graduating high school, she returned to San Diego to attend Grossmont College, hoping to carve out a more traditional future. But the conventional path never quite fit Nikki's spirit. Within a year, she packed her bags and moved to Los Angeles, determined to break into the entertainment industry. She worked as a waitress, hustled auditions, and eventually landed representation, unlocking a stream of modeling and commercial gigs. One of her earliest national appearances came on the reality show Meet My Folks, but the real pop culture moment came when she and Brie landed a Budweiser commercial that aired during the World Cup holding the iconic soccer trophy. That image, two striking twins with athlete energy and Hollywood charisma, was just the beginning. By 2006, they entered the International Body Doubles competition and auditioned for the WWE Diva Search. Both ended in disappointment, but the Bella twins didn't stay on the sidelines for long. The following year, WWE signed Nikki and Brie to developmental contracts, launching their careers in Florida Championship Wrestling. Nikki stood out early, competing not just in matches, but also in bikini contests, part of the era's branding for divas. Brie made her main roster debut in 2008 on SmackDown, and shortly after, Nikki followed, marking the official arrival of the Bella twins to the mainstream WWE audience. Together, they became instant fan favorites, thanks to their chemistry, synchronized in-ring style, and charisma that transcended the ropes. But Nikki wasn't content with just being one of the twins. She stepped into her own spotlight between 2011 and 2012, capturing the WWE Divas Championship for the first time and laying the groundwork for a dominant singles career. Though the twins briefly left WWE, they returned in 2013, more polished and more ambitious than ever. Nikki would go on to redefine what it meant to be a diva, both in style and substance. She broke records, headlined shows, and became one of the longest reigning Divas champions in history. But the grind took its toll. Years of physical punishment led to injuries, and in 2019, doctors discovered a cyst on her brain. On June 20 of that year, Nikki officially ended her in-ring career, a heartbreaking decision, but a necessary one. The following year, both sisters were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, a milestone that cemented their legacy as pioneers in women's wrestling. But as Nikki would later say on her podcast, she wasn't finished, just evolving. That evolution came full circle on March 14, 2023, when Nikki and Brie announced on the Nikki and Brie Show podcast that they had parted ways with WWE. The split was amicable and mutual. For the first time in years, they were ready to step into a new era, not as the Bella twins, but as the Garcia twins, reclaiming their birth name and rewriting their brand on their own terms. But as fate would have it, the ring always finds a way to call them back. On February 1st, 25, Nikki made a surprise return at the Women's Royal Rumble, entering as the final participant. The crowd erupted as she eliminated Bayley in a flash of vintage aggression before being eliminated herself by Nia Jax. It was a moment, nostalgic yet fresh, a reminder that Nikki still had the fire. But Nikki Bella's empire doesn't just live in the world of wrestling rings, business deals, and podcast microphones. It also extends into real estate. House in Arizona, U.S. state. In August 2020, Nikki made headlines when she listed her newly purchased Arizona home for just under $2 million. What surprised many wasn't the price tag, but the timing. She and her then-fiancé, professional dancer Artem Chigvintsev, had bought the sprawling estate only 3 months earlier. The quick turnaround suggested this wasn't meant to be a forever home, but rather a strategic property play. Spanning over 10,000 square feet, the home was more than just luxurious. It was meticulously designed. 5 bedrooms, 3 fireplaces, and a layout that balanced elegance with comfort. In the living room, exposed wooden beams stretched across the ceiling, framing a tranquil, neutral-tone space that exuded calm. The furnishings were understated, but intentional. A soft palette of whites and warm woods opened up the room, creating a peaceful environment perfect for winding down after high-energy days. The dining area followed the same vibe, subtle, sophisticated, and welcoming. Bone-white chairs with wooden trim sat under a minimalist chandelier, making it easy to picture Nikki and Artem hosting intimate dinner parties for family and friends. The kitchen, naturally, was a showstopper. With white cabinetry, stainless steel appliances, and pendant lighting that hung over a spacious island, it was the kind of place where the coffee tasted better and conversations lasted longer. The master suite was every bit the oasis you'd expect. Generous in size, soft in tone, and filled with natural light. Neutral textures, layered linens, and a chandelier above the bed gave the room a cozy elegance. The master bathroom was just as thoughtful. A freestanding soaking tub with a sculptural silhouette sat beneath a wide window, and a large glass shower promised comfort after long days. If luxury is in the details, Nikki's former Arizona home was a masterclass, but what really made the space feel personal was the converted garage. While most might park luxury cars in a space like that, Nikki turned hers into a home gym, a nod to her fitness dedication and her husband's dancing background. Between her training schedule and Artem's choreography, it wasn't just a convenience, it was a necessity. Yet despite its elegance, the Arizona estate wasn't their forever spot. Soon after selling it, Nikki and Artem relocated to Napa Valley, California, a place known for its rolling vineyards, slower pace, and artistic energy. There, they settled into a more modest ranch-style home valued around $1.5 million in 2020. For a woman who could afford far more, the move to Napa wasn't about status, it was about intention. Cars. Parked inside her ever-rotating garage is a lineup of machines that reflect not only her financial success, but also her appetite for performance and design. At the front of the pack is a vehicle that turns heads before the engine even starts. The Lamborghini Aventador S. Valued at a jaw-dropping $670,000, it's the crown jewel of Nikki's fleet. With its 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 engine pushing 730 horsepower and 690 Nm of torque, this beast rockets from 0 to 60 mph in just 2.9 seconds. Top speed? A blistering 210 mph. But the numbers are just the start. Its unique paint job, sharp contours, and jet fighter-like doors give it that over-the-top drama Nikki has always been known for. It's fast, it's loud, it's unmissable, just like her. Then there's the Bentley Continental GTC, a $225,000 convertible that offers a stark contrast to the Lambo's aggressive energy. With its hand-stitched leather interior, polished wood trim, and smooth V12 engine capable of 552 horsepower, this car is elegance on wheels. It's the weekend getaway car, the Napa Valley cruiser, the top-down, wind-in-your-hair luxury that's perfect for someone who's earned the right to slow down, just a little. Of course, Nikki also knows the value of comfort and control, which is why the Mercedes-Benz SLC class has its place. Starting around $50,000, this two-seater roadster might not scream extravagance like the Lamborghini, but it purrs with quiet refinement. With precise handling, a power-folding hardtop, and a sleek, compact design, it's built for city drives and solo escapes. Exactly the kind of car you choose when you want to fly under the radar, without sacrificing style. For day-to-day family life, Nikki leans on the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, a full-size SUV starting around $80,000. It's luxury meets practicality. A rugged exterior with a surprisingly lavish interior. We're talking quilted leather seating, real wood accents, a 23-speaker Macintosh audio system, and enough space for the whole family. It's perfect for road trips, grocery hauls, or chauffeuring her son in first-class comfort. But luxury doesn't stop there. Nikki also owns a Rolls-Royce Phantom, starting at around $450,000. This isn't just a car, it's an event. From the moment the rear-hinged suicide doors open, it's clear you've stepped into another world. The handcrafted cabin, with starlight headliner and bespoke details, wraps passengers in opulence. It's powered by a 6.75-liter V12 that delivers an ultra-smooth 563 horsepower. But let's be honest, no one's buying a Phantom for speed. It's about presence. And Nikki's got plenty of that. Rounding out her collection is the Ferrari California T, a $159,000 convertible that blends the brand's racing DNA with grand tourer comfort. With a twin turbocharged V8 producing 553 horsepower, it offers thrilling acceleration, 0-60 in 3.6 seconds, and a more refined driving experience than its racetrack cousins. It's sexy but mature, fast but composed, the kind of Ferrari you take to brunch, not the drag strip. Her fleet isn't just about collecting status symbols, it's about choosing vehicles that match her mood, her needs, and her identity. From supercars to SUVs, every key she holds represents a different side of the same dynamic woman. Philanthropy. Throughout her career, Nikki has lent her voice and her time to a range of charitable causes. One of her longest-standing commitments has been to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to granting life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. Alongside her sister Brie, Nikki became a regular face at WWE's Make-A-Wish events, meeting with young fans backstage, granting special appearances, and creating moments of pure joy for families going through unimaginable challenges. For the Bella twins, it wasn't about press or publicity, it was about making kids feel like champions. Another cause that has remained close to Nikki's heart is breast cancer awareness, particularly through her involvement with Susan G. Komen for the Cure. During WWE's annual Rise Above Cancer October campaigns, Nikki donned pink ring gear, promoted awareness on social media, and helped drive merchandise sales whose proceeds supported breast cancer research. Whether on Total Divas or in the ring, Nikki used her platform to highlight the strength and courage of survivors and the importance of early detection. Her charitable reach also extends to her roots. Growing up in Phoenix, Arizona, Nikki has long supported the community efforts of Phoenix Suns Charities, where her mother, Kathy Coles, served on the board and later became president. Nikki and Brie have frequently appeared at events and fundraisers, using their visibility to amplify local education and health programs, especially those focused on underserved youth. She has also worked closely with the Special Olympics, attending events and supporting athletes with intellectual disabilities. As WWE ambassadors, Nikki and Brie helped lead the Be a Star anti-bullying campaign, often in conjunction with Special Olympics events, promoting inclusion and kindness both online and off. Personal life. In 2014, Nikki made a quiet but surprising revelation on Total Divas. She had once been married at just 20 years old to her high school sweetheart. The marriage, which remained largely unknown to the public, was annulled after 3 years. Of course, the relationship most fans associate with Nikki is her 6-year romance with WWE megastar John Cena. The pair began dating in 2012, quickly becoming one of wrestling's most talked-about power couples. In 2017, Cena proposed to Nikki in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania 33, an emotional, highly public moment that blurred the line between storyline and reality. But just weeks before their wedding date in May 2018, the couple called it off. Despite the fairy tale framing, the real-life pressures and emotional differences proved too much to reconcile. Their breakup became tabloid fodder, but Nikki handled it with quiet dignity and a focus on healing. That healing journey took an unexpected turn in 2019 when Nikki began dating Artem Chigvintsev, her dance partner from Dancing with the Stars Season 25. Their chemistry, initially confined to the ballroom, blossomed into real-life connection. The couple became engaged in January 2020 and welcomed their son, Mateo, later that summer. In 2022, they tied the knot in an intimate ceremony, seemingly sealing a new chapter built on trust, co-parenting, and fresh beginnings. But that chapter too would unravel, this time more painfully. On August 29, 2024, Chigvintsev was arrested and booked into Napa County Jail on felony domestic violence charges following an incident that reportedly resulted in physical injury to Nikki. Though the headlines were explosive, Nikki declined to speak publicly about the event. Her representative issued a short statement calling it a private matter, a clear attempt to shield her son and herself from further public scrutiny. 2 weeks later, on September 11, 2024, Nikki filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. Court documents revealed that she requested full legal and physical custody of their child while still allowing for supervised visitation and anger management counseling for Artem. Temporary restraining orders were granted to both parties. However, after legal proceedings and negotiations, the court ultimately ruled in favor of joint custody, following Artem's request for a co-parenting arrangement. In January 2025, Napa County District Attorney Allison Haley announced that no criminal charges would be filed, citing insufficient evidence. For Nikki, the legal resolution may have brought a public ending, but the emotional toll, no doubt, continues behind the scenes. And if there's anything Nikki Bella has taught us through all of this, it's this: you can lose everything, titles, love, even faith, but you can never lose yourself. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovering a life that's not all about the spotlight, but also about the bravery and hard choices behind the scenes. If you see yourself in this story, whether at the beginning or in the middle of a challenging journey, know that you're not alone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the real, deep, and untold stories. Only here, where the spotlight meets the truth. See you in the next video.